Okay, so to do this activity, you're going to need a piece of paper, a pencil or a pen or a crayon or a marker, anything you can use to make a line. We are going to make something like this. It looks pretty complicated, but it's not. All it is drawing lines that intersect to create shapes, and then you color the shapes in. It's up to you what colors you want to use, what theme you want to have. This obviously is rainbow themed. If you want to make it monochromatic, meaning using a hue and a tint and a shade of one color, dark, medium, light, of course you can do that. This is your art. You get to choose how you want it to look, what the theme will be. But this is the basic structure for how to get started. You take your pencil or your pen, whatever, and you start by making a wavy line that starts at one end of the paper and goes to the other. You make another one that intersects, another one. They all should be crossing each other. Maybe you want to make like a loop-de-loop. And maybe I'll just like do that. Now, this kind of seems a little too, what's the word? Complicated. Hello. But whatever. If you don't like it, you can just erase a line, make the shape bigger. This is very, very similar to a project that Studio has done, like the first project that we did, actually. Now, if you don't have color, you can use a pencil. If you don't have a pencil, use a pen. The goal here is to fill this shape up with gradients. Now this pen I think is running out. Cute. You can make some lines that intersect. This is called cross-hatching, if you remember. The closer they are, the darker it looks. Or you can do some shading. Going from dark to light. Maybe erase some of that to blend. Now, the cool thing about pencil, and if you have crayon or a colored pencil, anything that's kind of like wax-based, you can layer over that to create like a cool kind of textury color. Another technique you can use with crayon is layering your colors. So I'm gonna take a purple here. And then I have a lighter blue. This is called Robin's Egg Blue. And you can blend the colors by layering them on top of each other. Now, if you only have markers, that's cool too. You don't have to really make any cool techniques inside of these shapes if you're not feeling it, but it does make for a more interesting piece. For instance, like I'm not gonna do anything else with this, just one marker will do, just coloring it in. But I do want to show you one more technique that you can use. If you have both markers and crayons, you can, sorry for the shaking, a wobbly table. You can take a crayon and then just lightly use a marker on top of it. And what happens is the marker has water-based ink and the crayon is made with wax. So the ink kind of sits on top of the wax, but the little white spots that the crayon didn't get of the paper absorbs the ink. But also the ink will just dry on top of the crayon. So yeah, it makes a cool effect. Okay, I'm gonna continue this. I'll do like a time lapse and then you can see the whole thing when it's done. There we have it. This is the finished piece. So while I was working, I realized that I found it to be a little bit boring to just do one color for each. So I wanted to add texture to each shape, and maybe even some pattern. I added some pencil because I wanted it to balance out with that. I discovered I had this cool little pen, so I made some cross hatching with some crayons. I did that with the other pen. This activity, this project is just for you to explore different colors, different textures that you can make within a small space. All right, so I hope you enjoy this. What I want from you is I want you to do your own version of this. You can do it on sketchbook paper. I did this on an index card. You can do it on Post-it paper. It might look cool, like a different color might look cool on a Post-it. Yeah, you could do it. If you really don't have any paper, you can get like an old box and draw on that. The world is your oyster. But what I want from you, I want you to do this. Take a picture of it with your phone and upload it to the classroom. I will post a video to teach you how to do that if you don't know how to do that. But it's pretty simple. I think you can do it. All right, have fun making art. I miss you guys. Stay healthy.